So let's start. Bertrand has joined, everyone's here. Piotr, Nick, Ilan, Sipke. Okay, full. Today's topics. Some people are asking for some bug triage. So I put it on the schedule, but we'll see. I still have to show you the IOwin integration. Status as usual. What else? Demos?
I would have demoed. We got drag and drop working on for custom layouts, but I don't want to demo it yet because I can't. For some reason, I can't get it to persist through the Forms API. So I might need to talk to you about that sometime. But,
yeah, I'm hearing Forms API, so yes, you need to talk to me.
It makes me sad.
Yeah, you should be.
I will have a demo as well.
Who?
Me, Piotr.
Oh, Piotr, I didn't recognize you. Do you have a new microphone?
Get that video on, Piotr.
Probably.
Get that video on.
Something?
Whatever.
Yeah.
It will be about workflows.
Again? No, it's
Yeah.
okay. Oops.
Not much better this time.
So do you want to demo how to break the repository?
Have I broken one?
Branches. It's okay. It's fixed.
Okay. Didn't know.
Workflows. Sipke.
So, sorry guys, no updates. I've been snowed in this week.
Okay. So someone.
Where are you, Sipka?
Who's that? Oh, hey, Elon. Where? How are you? I didn't catch that.
Sebastian muted me. Where are you?
Yes, because I'm trying to understand who is making this noise. And it's not you, Ilan. Sorry. So maybe it's Sipke.
I'm currently at the One Stop office, Santa Monica.
Okay, what else? Anyone wants to talk about something? Elections.
Yes.
Elections.
Elections are underway. I've gotten, I think, about 33 qualified voters. Everyone except one person voted for 5. The one person only voted for 3 candidates. Yeah. So, when does the voting close? Next week?
October 1st.
Next week, yes.
Yeah.
How are you qualifying Harvest attendees?
There's only been one that was a Harvest attendee and not a Codeplex contributor, and so I knew who the person was, so I accepted their vote.
Okay. Do you want me to send you a list, or you've got what you need for now?
I have it.
Cool.
Yeah, I will be in New York for next steering committee, but I'll try and come on. Yeah.
So you want to do the Los Angeles to New York trip in Tesla like Elon did, just to try if it's true?
He hasn't done it yet. He's planning it. He hasn't actually done it.
Which one did he do?
He hasn't done any, but he's planning on doing with five boys.
Oh, okay. I thought he had done one because it's weird.
Well, maybe in his Roadster, but in the Model S he's doing it soon. He's been planning.
Okay. So elections done. Status. Let me share my screen. First, I will just disable one screen.
Oh, Piotr's hiding again already.
Okay, I will join link has just stopped working.
Elon, your Texas keyboard is just as loud as your Santa Monica one.
Are you trying to share your screen, Sebastian? Okay, so I think Sebastian's died.
Did Sebastian die?
Yeah.
He was a good developer.
Elon,
I will see.
you know that your background looks like you're inside a storage unit. You're on the other side of a storage door, like a garage roll-up door. That's what it looks like. Aha, you're in a conference room.
Back. Okay, sharing. Desktop. Benedict, make some noise when you can see it.
It hasn't even started to load for me. Ah, okay, just now. Okay, I can see it.
Thank you. So lots and lots of commits in the past week. Actually, no. Not so much things. So first thing, last week I updated 171 on top of 171 because it was missing something, and I think I mentioned it already. Then Piotr tried to update and hibernate. Only issue is that only Nick and I know how to update and hibernate. So
I patched it with that patch.
Yeah, but did you do the
No.
remotion stuff as well?
Yes, you didn't. This is also the issue.
Oh, okay. The JetBrains annotation.
So because then when you compile, you get like 50 or something like that warnings that there are some conflicts between JetBrains attributes, which are both defined in Orchard and in Remotion. So I fixed it and I pushed the newly updated version of an Hibernate, and we have a repository for that on Orchard CMS organization on Git. I pushed it this morning, this one, and also on OneNotics merge again. So I merged it on OneNotics because it was merged on OneNotics and we need to fix it also on OneNotics. We don't merge anymore on OneNotics unless we ship 17x or unless there is a big issue which has to be applied on both OneNotics and 17x. Then I also fixed a few bugs on the taxonomy. I will show you also a new feature. So taxonomies. I need one taxonomy. Do I need one? No, I don't need a taxonomy, just to show you the option. So if I go to navigation, taxonomy link, there's a new option which is this one. I choose me small. Why is it big? So this is just to say how many levels we want to display when we render a taxonomy on the menu. Right now it was rendering the whole hierarchy. So we need that. So I think, yeah, as I fixed some issues, for instance, this one was not working, this one was not working, and there were also some bugs when you were displaying a second level element.
Is that to do with where the current page's URL is not in the menu list? Because it doesn't render the menu at all. If
No, it's just about the taxonomy link. Nothing to do with the general behavior of the menu.
Okay, fine.
Maybe that's another one. So yeah, so the taxonomy link could break the full menu, not displaying the full widget at all, and also in some cases the elements were not ordered correctly. So I fixed all these issues and implementing these new things. Better now. And I was surprised that we didn't get any complaint about that, because this doesn't work, and there was a big bug in the taxonomy menu. So yeah, so it's fixed. And I've been working also on the media search feature. Let me show you. And I also extended the media library to be extensible. So check out branch feature media search, check out all. So two things here. If I go in the media library, okay, yes, to all. If I go in the media library and I go to the controller of the admin controller in the index, which is the main view of the media library, here I'm doing a services countermeasure.new media library explorer. This type is never registered anywhere. I'm just creating a new content item based on this content type, which is a fake local content type, and then I weld it to it a part which exists, okay, and I just call build display, which means all the drivers will be called for this part. And what you can do this way is render some custom shapes when the main editor for the library, when the main view for the library is rendered.
Is it worth making the Media Library Explorer content type name more of like a system name? You know, maybe prefix it with.
You won't see it anywhere.
Yeah, but it's just in case someone goes and creates a Media Library Explorer. Maybe we need.
It will be okay because it's okay.
Okay.
It won't save it. It's just creating in memory. So even if it exists, it's not a problem. We're just welding a part to it.
Yeah, but
we
then
don't
you're
even
doing the whole thing.
No, we don't even call the create thing. It's just instantiating a content item in memory and setting the content type to it. That's it. And then we say display. And then we just care about, because you will see, you will understand why it doesn't impact it. So if I go in the website and I go there, so the idea is that now you have that the Media Library Explorer part drivers will, for instance, inject two shapes here, navigation and actions. And those ones will be placed into zones named actions and navigation. So you will be lucky if you had created a Media Library Explorer content type, which also renders some things in some zones which are not in Orchard by default, like actions and navigation. Okay. Otherwise, I really assume that you really want to render something for the Media Explorer content type and in actions and in navigation. So these are two new zones I place in Media Library Explorer here. And so now these actions are rendered by a shape named Media Library Action in the main library module, and this one too. And you can also add stuff here and there. Add new things in the navigation and new things in the actions here. So now when you go to search, if I enable the search module, it's not finished yet, just a local commit. I need also to create an index named media. It won't work, just to show you what we have to do, but the media will also be created automatically with the feature that I'm about to enable, which is the Media Library Search, which is part of the search module. So just also to show that an external module can also enhance this view. And now if I go to media, I have a search box here, which was injected the same way. So the search feature just defines a new driver for this specific part and renders one shape for the actions zone. So now you can add some stuff here in your with your module, and so it works. So if I look for whatever, it will look into the media index. So you can add all those types into the media index, and you can search over the media items. It's not finished, but it works already correctly. And also to mention that you can extend now the Explorer and also add stuff into this navigation if you need to. So that's it. So it's not push yet. It's a local branch. Okay. When I'm done with that, I will put it on 17x.
That it seems that you can really be influenced telepathically, because Vivid Banana really wished for this like a week ago.
Good.
You weren't that fast, but
Yes,
yeah.
it's just
I don't
perfect.
remember that.
It's just perfect.
Yeah, it's great. Thanks for this.
Okay, you're welcome. I was thinking about something you mentioned also a few months ago, but I wanted it publicly because I would be ashamed. So yeah. Then what else? Status. That's it for the new feature and the bug fixes. I will continue to work this week on this thing.
Could you take a look at that one bug that I sent you, Sebastian?
Yes.
If that's okay.
I will.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Someone has also submitted a pull request earlier about content item
Oh, really?
security, fixing like 3 bugs on security.
Oh, that'd be awesome. Okay.
I will launch the spectral test to see if it's breaking anything already, and then we'll see how it goes. So as part of the status, new website, while I'm sharing my screen, new websites. This one, interesting. Walmartportraits.ca. It looks like an official Walmart website, but I'm not really sure about that. Because first, it's still using the Orchard fave icon. It's not really, like a finished website. There is no way you can buy anything on Walmart on this website, but every time you want to buy something, it redirects you to something like that. Some other website which is not affiliated to Walmart, so I don't know. It's weird. Maybe it's a scam or something. You see myonlinephoto.ca?
That's a scam.
It's redirecting you to myonlinephoto.ca. Whatever you try to do.
That's a scam. Looks like.
Maybe you should warn Walmart. Then Mom Bible, which I'm 99.289 sure that it's a website from Tipster, the Tipster company, which creates lots of websites like this. So all about mums. This one, Chenega Corporation, I don't know what it is about. Looks nice and it's Orchard. The weekly car seller website. Then AppBurst. I don't know what they do. Games stuff, content management too. Okay, maybe a software vendor. Another one, very nice too. Alex.com. Quite nice, lots of content.
They're all very similar. They all have the 4 bars across the middle, don't they?
Yeah, that's a trend. And Jabber, which is not in Orchard, but it's open. Bye Jabber. I should give you the full list because you always want the full list here. Well, you see, blah 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 blah. Okay. Is that it from my side? Yes. Oh, Owin, I want to show you. I've never showed you Owin, so let me take 5 minutes for that. So I will go on the Owin branch, which must be far away now. No? Where is it?
Yes.
Check out.
So when are we merging Owin in to 1.x?
I still need. I still need do some work on this, to clean it up and to finalize the work I've started with that. And then we merge onto feature framework for 5 because it requires, well, we merge.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, we merge them because it's based on that. And then only we will merge on OneNodex.
How much work is left from, I can't even remember his name.
Eric?
Lou.
Lou?
Yeah.
So what was the question about Lou?
So, because he was helping on this branch, right?
Yeah.
So, is he still helping out on this stuff?
No.
You said it was for Orchard and then he bailed, right?
He made some Owin work in Orchard. That's good.
Yeah. But is he not doing any more on it then?
No.
Oh.
Too many things to do here for other products in Microsoft.
Okay.
Some stuff around Owin Katana. So it's upgrading. So why this branch? So you might know or not, I don't know how up to date you are with Microsoft news. So the ASP.NET team released some identity framework recently. Some beta frameworks to manage authentication and authorization and everything. And as part of that, so it's kind of a reusable framework, and also they provide some providers for Auth to Google authentication, Facebook authentication, Twitter authentication, and things like that. And it's completely extensible. So they are shipping it. Well, they've shipped already some preview, and I was asked to see if it could work in Orchard, because if it was not working in Orchard, they would have to change some stuff because it's not extensible enough. And part of the issue was that some of the providers are available as Owin middlewares. Okay, so Orchard needed to work with Owin then, and that's why Louis helped on this thing. So it's loaded. Close everything here. So what are the files I need to check into? I have a contrib hello Owin, and I have yes, this thing, IOwinMiddleware. So now with this integration, there is a IOwinMiddlewareProvider in the Orchard.Owin namespace that you can implement to return a set of Owin middlewares. Which are, you see, Owin middleware, the full class. So if I go to the implementation, there is a cookies middleware provider. Oh, sorry. Cookies middleware, Google Auth middleware, hello Owin middleware. This one is very simple. So if you have ever used Owin, you will see it's simple Owin. So you just return a new Owin middleware, which is actually just a lambda to configure the middleware. So use context next. Here it will just, for instance, add Owin hello Orchard, Owin header with the hello Orchard as a content. So this thing also needs a priority, because in an Owin middleware pipeline, you have to order the middlewares. Which one takes on the first pass, and then give the handle to the next Owin middleware. Yep. When you call that. So with this implementation in Orchard, you can return a middleware and order them. And they are per tenant, which means now you can have a middleware just for one tenant and based on a feature. So you can enable and disable tenant Owin middlewares per tenant, which you can't do with a default Owin application. And to do that is just in the running shell table when it's looking for the current requests tenant, it will load the correct Owin and inject them dynamically. And in the end, there will always be one middleware which will be the Orchard Owin middleware, which actually execute the MVC handler for Orchard, and then goes back to the full pipeline in the areas order if you need to do something else. I think that's it. And then the implementation is also about implementing Google authentication. So just to have Google authentication with a button, well, the button is handled somewhere else, but you register the Owin middleware for Google authentication, and then you get it. So for instance, just saying go to this URL to trigger the Google sign on, and with just one button you get authenticated into Google. And it's using also the Forms cookie authentication. So for that you need another one, another cookie middleware here. Okay. So the work I'm doing now is trying to also integrate, like Nick did with his own authentication module, to extend the logon shape so that those providers can also say how to render the button in the logon screen. So when
why don't you push that middleware stuff to my module and just extend it as a contrib module?
It could be, but so the Owin middleware stuff has to be inside Orchard because it's integrated into our core and framework.
Fine. Just create an Owin branch on my stuff and we'll change it to a contrib module.
I have to look into how you did it, because maybe we can also change the users module to integrate external providers like that, okay. And then your stuff to integrate into the external providers.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's cool. And then
it's a local branch yet right now, so yeah, it was just to validate the behavior. Yeah, so maybe cool. I will split it to get just the Owin implementation into Orchard, which is already cool. And also I have to see with you guys, Piotr and you, Nick, if you can do some Signalar stuff around that, if it's allowing the Signalar stuff in a more easy fashion than what you did.
Yeah, I was thinking about that Signalar stuff. So what I think maybe we should do is make a repository on GitHub, and maybe under the Orchard stuff for Signalar. What do you think about that, Piotr and Sebastian?
I don't know if I'm not sure. Maybe it can still be an external module. It's just I just want to see if it integrates with the new Owin stuff.
Yeah, sure. But we definitely need to integrate our two modules together, Piotr. So, yeah.
Okay.
Do you need anything from your hoster to make this work, or
no?
Okay.
Nothing at all. It's hosted into ASP.NET actually. So in this implementation, it's using one of the Owin middlewares, which will link Owin to System Web. So it's Owin integrated into System Web. Owin doesn't need System Web by default, so you can have Owin without ASP.NET. And but here, because we want to run Owin into ASP.NET, we use a specific package and middleware from Owin so that it integrates automatically into ASP.NET. And what it does is just registering the Owin context into a property of the HTTP context. So when you run your ASP.NET application, you can get the Owin context and use it. This was the tricky part where only Lewis could do that. I think it's running shell. Where is that? Workstate, route handler. This one maybe. Activate. Yes, this is where it's all done. Yeah. In the default Orchard shell. Yeah, because you can have global middlewares like a global Ajax and pertinent middlewares also. But everything is under now. It's good. Okay, that's it.
Was that a breaking change? How many breaking changes are there?
There is no breaking change.
Okay, I thought I saw you added stuff to the roots file. So.
Oh yes, it's adding some in the constructor of something you should not change. I showed you.
That there.
I wrote publisher
Oh no, okay, different one.
No,
Sorry, my
yeah.
bad. Okay.
So it's the one which registers the routes that it gets from you. So it's different.
Yeah.
The shell route is just internal changes too, maybe on the constructor, but again, you don't use that. Okay. So Piotr, can you do your demo now? I will go offline for 5 minutes.
Okay.
It's not about you. Nothing to do with that.
Sure.
I have a phone call
okay.
to make.
Where is this primary monitor? Okay, so so last week I showed a pretty early prototype of the loops. So I took all the feedback into account, and right now it's much cleaner. Not this one. This is a bit more complex. This one. So right now you have 3 different types of loops. So one is the for loop, which repeats a given number of steps. The for each loop, which enumerates a given list of items. And right now, and of course the loop, which is basically an loop that runs all the time, and you need to break it explicitly. So right now it works like that. There is no transition to the end state. So everything beneath the step endpoint is going to be repeated a number of times. So it's like a kind of a sub workflow, or let's call it this whole subtree is going to be looped a number of times. The new implementation supports the nested loops, so you can have lots of different nested levels of loops, and you can break them, which I will show you later on. So right now we have after content is published, we have a for loop that loops 4 times. You can put tokens in here, of course. And so this whole subtree will be repeated 4 times. And then inside the subtree there is a for each loop which has 4 items. It can also be tokenized. So the loop will run for each of those items. And I'm using the notifications to just be able to show you how it works. So let's hit save. Let's go to the content and publish the site. Publish the page. Sorry. And it's running very fast because there is no there are no recursive calls or something like that. So it works like this. We have a first step, then the inner step, then the inner loop runs, the inner loop step is done, and so on. So it works. There are a few new tokens that have been added. So apart from the ones that I've shown last week, where is it? The loop tokens. So last week I added the index and value tokens. So you have a loop token under the workflow one, which indicates the current loop, this activity, the parent loop of this activity. And you can get an index and a value. These are the ones that I've used here to display the step number. And also I added an outer loop, which allows you to enter to check the state of the outer loop and the outer of the outer, and so on up to the top. So this notification here uses those tokens. So it displays the outer loop index and column, and then the inner loop index, so the current one. So this is what you can see here. It works pretty nice. So I'm not persisting a state of the loop for each activity. Instead of that, I implemented a tree traversal, which is much faster than actually serializing the serializing state, because it runs iteratively. So we can traverse the whole tree. I implemented this as an extension method on activity record, so you can do the workflow traversal, for example, from your own activities and check for something. So it's kind of useful. Right now, I use it only for the loop tokens. What more? The next thing is let's cancel this one. Let's go to the example that I displayed at the beginning. It was the more complex one, the break activity. So it works almost exactly like the break statement in C#. So you can tell the number of loop levels to break when one is the current loop. Probably I will
also have. Do you also have continue?
No, but this is the thing that I wanted to talk in a second. The difference between this break and how actually the break statement works in C#. So this break statement does not break the running loop. So if there is for example, we have a loop that each step needs to run to the bottom. So if you say, if you have a break statement here, so it will stop so the next repetition will not happen. So you can use the decision activity to have break and to achieve the desired behavior, I think.
I'm confused on break.
Yeah, that's confusing.
Actually, it might be
expectations here.
Sorry?
You are breaking expectations here. The expectation is that when the break action runs, then you go to done.
Yeah, but the whole. Okay, so maybe I'll try to implement it this way, but the way that Workflow Manager works is that it uses the stack that Workflow Manager uses to put all the activities on it is not accessible from activity perspective. So you cannot alter the stack and remove, for example, when the break happens, you would have to remove everything that's on the stack after the loop step happens. Because the Workflow Manager just traverses all the transitions and puts everything on stack before, so even before the break happens. So,
but if you had an if, what's the isn't that an if activity that you have up there?
Yes.
So I don't understand. If you're on the yes branch, what's on the no branch won't execute.
Okay, so let's show it to you. I'm just this example is to show that we can have loops. This is an infinitely running loop. So I'm using a decision activity to explicitly break it, because it's possible to implement loops in different ways depending on what you want. So you can have an infinitely running loop and just, for example, stop after something happens.
Can't you have an internal state that you set on break or continue that the loop is evaluating when it's about to execute the step?
This is exactly how the break works. So I'm putting a
So you can have a break and a continue?
Yes, but the problem is, so if it wasn't a decision activity, but a branch activity, and one of the branches would be break, for example. So all other branches will still be put on the stack by the workflow.
That's okay.
manager.
That's what you mean into your workflow. If you want to break before the branch, you break before the branch, you test before the branch. If you're into two parallel branches you break your current branch and you say next time don't loop again, it's done. But
yes, it's exactly how it works. So for example, in this example, when this branch is evaluated, this is of course not evaluated. So after the break, it will go here to done. It won't loop. It won't execute the next step. So it's exactly how it works. But the problem is that all the other things that may run in parallel, the parallel branches, will still be evaluated up to the
That's
top
okay.
to the bottom.
That's okay, and that doesn't explain why. And you can, I'm assuming then, why you can't have a break and a continue. You can have both, and you will make both.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
There is no issue.
So and this example also shows the usage of event. It was not possible to have an event in the previous implementation of loop when you had a re-entry to some activity, because the workflow manager does a distinct on all the waiting activities, and even if you have had hundreds of steps, the waiting event will be called once. So in this case, the whole step will wait until, so even if you have branches, if you would have branches here, let's say I will do it this way. I'll go from the loop to the branch. And
so question, when you have a timer in one branch, it
stops everything.
Okay, and then when a timer goes on, the loop goes on, okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's the whole idea. So in this case, so the timer, you can be sure that this timer will be run, this event will be, so the workflow will wait 5 times if the loop has 5 number of repetitions. It will wait 5 times for it. So even if there are other branches, so it basically works like this. When you have a loop, it waits until all the leaves are, so everything inside it is executed. If everything is not executed, it does not continue the next step. So in this example, so yes, so it needs to, so this loop will continue only if this executes and this whole loop executes and everything else executes. So it waits, so events are perfectly valid activities inside. And they will work as expected. They will be fired a number of times. And it looks like, I guess it looks much cleaner than it was before with those unnecessary transitions. So in order to do this, I extended the workflow. I added 2 more events to the workflow activity. So let's say, for example, a task. There is an activity. There are 2 events called onActivity transitioning and onActivity transitioned with the transition context, which contains the transitions that were picked by the workflow manager to continue on this activity, after this activity. So you can alter it. So for example, you can have an implicit transition. This is something that happens here. So when the whole tree executes, when all the leaves execute, and so when the subtree state is okay for the loop to continue with the next step, it does an implicit transition, so it puts the loop on the stack once again. So you can alter the state of the stack. You can put everything there, so you can jump to some other activity without having a transition, an explicit one. So yeah, so these are the loops, how they work look right now. I also added a new activity about the error handling stuff. So the error handler. So this activity does not have to be connected to any other activity. It will just, if any activity continues on the error outcome, and it does not have an explicit handler here, so like notification. So when the error is unhandled, it will catch all the unhandled errors. So so you can have a one notification activity to handle all unhandled errors. So it's something, and it was very easy to do with the new addition of those two events.
So just a simple question: does the workflow still work?
Yes, it works. It works.
This is important, not to break what was done, and it was
No,
simple.
I'm trying not to break anything.
Don't tell anyone about the code you wrote. Just say it's magic and it works.
Yeah, it's magic. Okay.
Okay. Loops and boom handlers and well, who cares about the rest?
Okay, and colors, of course.
Yeah, I have to change them. I don't like the red.
I didn't like it either, so maybe it can be pink. No,
it's not the same contrast as the others. I don't.
Yeah, it's
I will
just
ask Piotr
plain red.
He's got tools to make colors.
Cool. So that's more or less.
Do you see how the blue is very nice with the gray of the icons in the middle, and the green is okay, but the red, no.
Yeah,
the red.
I know. It should be a bit,
That's the biggest issue I
think.
Here.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, but we can think about colors afterwards. All right. So that's.
Thank you. Awesome.
Thanks.
So if you make a feature branch,
By the way,
I don't know if it should be in 1x or 17x because I don't know how stable it is, and
I can create a feature branch for one.
For sure, it can be in 1x. Question is, should we put it in 17x? I'm not sure because it might. So let's put it in 1x because in case there are some issues, it will block us on 17x.
Yeah, the addition of the new events can be a breaking change.
Okay, and it should be a feature branch. Okay.
Okay, sure.
In the meantime, so we can assess everything is working and.
Sure.
Okay. And change the colors also.
Okay, we'll do it.
Okay, nice. Sultan, nothing? 2 weeks, nothing?
Sorry, nothing new today.
It's better when you are doing open source.
We do a lot of open source.
Yeah. You say.
Oh, one more thing. I found a few bugs in workflows as well. So should I put? I was thinking about pushing those to 1.7x actually.
Open them. Let's triage them just to see if they are really bugs.
They are. There was just.
No, I'm sure not.
When you resume a workflow, then there is the workflow record is not saved with the activity that's waiting.
If it doesn't break anything,
no references.
If it doesn't break anything, it's okay.
It doesn't.
Okay, Dimo Piotr, bug triage or something else? I would say something else, but I have no idea. Triage. Share desktop. Where should we start with bug triage?
In June.
How many proposed?
Oh, I don't want to look at it. So I'm closing my eyes, okay, and you'll tell me after. Reason close type all impact whatever release all. Oh, that's okay. Yes, okay. Proposed Okay. Oh, but I'm sure there are some which are open on. Oh, I didn't move them. I should move them all. Can say this. This one is fixed, isn't it? Oh, result. Okay. Where am I? Open, not closed. Active. Active on and propose on 171 will be all moved to 172. Change. And I will do it again right after because I just got 100 items. Okay, everything here, plan release, change 17x. Okay. So now if we look at proposed for this one, it's weird that this is already assigned to one. To all 166. Let's go by votes because we can do everything. So taxonomy terms missing after edit. Orchard.Owin create taxonomy, create hierarchy of terms, edit taxonomy, change name. Change name.
I looked at this a while ago, and I couldn't reproduce it. But
I fixed something like it for 1.x, for 1.7, so but
it says possible duplicate. What's the duplicate? 1941.
But the duplicate says it's fixed, so maybe it's a new bug.
Yeah. Yeah. This is if you scroll down. Yeah, I fixed it.
But you fixed it when? 1.7.
I think I fixed it.
June 7 means 1.7. Oh,
yeah, it was not able to reproduce.
Fixed on July 12. And this one is from August 15.
Might have just not been the same release.
And Antoine agrees. So let's open it. Release unassigned. There is a new vote. Who did that? We started with 6, now it's 7. 5. No. Remove duplicate.
Updated by, yeah.
Oh, we can know. Yes, good. Oh, we lost it. Oh. Remove duplicated modules library from Orchard once. Oh, I still have to do some stuff here. I forgot about it. Orchard list custom. No, he wants to remove Orchard list.
No, don't remove that. I have to.
The best module ever.
Yes.
Custom properties part. This no, we can't remove it because it will break people.
I already marked that one as obsolete in my fork.
Yes, obsolete is okay. Containable part, we can't remove that either. No. Sorry.
Container and containable really do annoy me. Something about it that just infuriates me.
They won't anymore.
It wasn't just the UI, it was just I don't know. Sebastian, did you get a Surface 2?
What?
A Surface.
A Surface?
Yeah, Surface.
No. Why would I? It's only shipping in October or something, 22nd or 23rd, I don't know.
Oh, okay.
We might hope to have one for free like we did for the Surface one, but I'm
We'll
not
send
sure.
you my address, and
Or maybe they will give us some other Surface ones because they have some more. But it's very cheap. The current Surface One is like $359, and the Surface 2 is $449. That's cheap.
Just be patient. Wait until it doesn't sell, and then
No, that's
you will have it for a good price.
It's okay. We can afford it at Microsoft. Infinite scrolling bug in media. You fixed it, Bertrand. Not so long ago in 171.
Not exactly.
What?
No, that's not the bug I fixed.
Okay.
It does fix that. It does prevent that bug from happening in lots of cases, but not all. So that bug still needs to be fixed. And the problem here is that it's making bad assumptions about the size of the screen.
Okay. Needed additions. Yes.
The assumption being that it believes that the media items are going to take more space than available, which is wrong.
Okay. The media library picker is quite good. Yes. It's more than quite good. And I think it can be even better here in some areas. I see as the media picker field driver should pump out the summary and detail shape. Media library picker field. Oh, today is just one? No. Summary admin, media library picker. So this is for the output rendering, and this is for the summary admin, and it says, and you should need a detail summary. Or maybe this is summary which is missing. No, the summary is for the admin. I have to check that. The nested party mask shape doesn't know anything about the content type. Cheers. I'm missing some state. I like to say, I don't want to say active, because we need to agree or disagree, or to propose something else, like an alternative of what they suggest. But so right now I don't want to disagree and I don't want to agree in the future. But if I let it as proposed and assign it to future, because what I don't want to say is that we make it active like we have triaged it, and we might forget about it, or we might think, okay, let's do that.
Usually, if you have a question to ask, you just leave it proposed.
Yes, but we leave it proposed, and then we will, okay.
And then you triage it next time.
But it's like, okay, I need more time to understand what it means and to check on the implementation and the solutions and everything.
Put a note in comments.
Sir, yes, sir. Doesn't handle correctly violation of unique key constraint. How is it not handled correctly? Blah blah blah. If you have protected your DB with unique key constraint when you're trying to duplicate it. Okay. proposed feature. Long time no bug triage closed. Resolved.
Nice. That was the most easy issue we had in
Page
a
layer
long time.
hinting. Page layer hinting feature should be off by default. Page isn't it already?
I like that though.
No.
It's annoying.
Said the guy working on the custom layouts.
Yeah.
So I'd rather. Okay.
Provides a valuable feature.
No, it's bad. I don't like it either. You should not do it like that. Widgets per page are bad. You should know it.
It shouldn't even exist. That feature should not exist.
Search service filters culture against side culture, not current culture. Why? And what's the difference? Let me understand the difference. So
This is wrong.
Side culture is the side culture, the default one, and no, it's current culture.
Yeah, as set up by the iCulture selector, that one.
That's current culture, and side culture is in the side settings.
Oh yeah, okay. So I actually know. I was speaking about this to the guy who raised it today. So when you do a search, if you use the culture picker sets it on the current thread. Now the search won't pick that up because it only picks up the current site culture, not the current thread culture. You need to, if you scroll further down.
The issue is here.
Yes.
It's wrong. This title is wrong because it's using the get side culture. It should not. It should use the current culture.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
So
it's
that's what it
reverse,
should be.
actually.
So title is wrong.
Well, I didn't raise it, but yeah. Okay.
Filters. Oh yeah. Okay. No, title is right. I just misunderstood it. Okay. Search filter.
Just assign it to me, and I'll push the fix that I've got already.
Assign it to Jetski.
Yeah, I've got to do at least one bug fix. So
You guys can't change your usernames. That's it. Can we change our username on the?
No, we
on
can't.
Netflix?
And there's no display name either. But there are 4-year-old issues about it. And I even contacted the support, and they didn't reply at all.
Okay, so will someone be interested into changing its own name? I will ask personally.
That would be great.
I won't ask for myself because I use a correct name. Okay.
I like mine.
I'd like to change it.
Even Piotr, we can somehow understand who this is.
But everyone knows who I am.
No, yes, but everyone will know who you are as a new name because they all know you also by name. The nickname. Middlesex.
Yeah. You know I'm from Middlesex.
Active. So if you want, send me an email and I will ask with the new, because I'm sure it's just a database update to do somewhere and they can do that. So. Projection parts, layout index exported as -1. Layout index. What is layout index?
Let me have a look at this one. Oh yes, okay, so that's me. So when you export the projection pages, the layout index, if you haven't set a
layout.
Well, no, if you're just using the default layout, so you just don't, you hit save.
It's -1.
It's -1 and it needs to be 0.
Oh, it is with 0? Okay.
Yeah.
So when you re-import it, it's assigned it to... Are you
when
sure it needs to be 0?
Yeah, well, it shouldn't be -1 because it's doing an int.parse.
But 0 means the first one, so I'm not sure.
Well, 0 default, so yes, 0.
Make it work, I don't care.
Yeah, make it 0.
Or just change to use int try parse, and if it fails,
then assign to the default.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay, whatever, make it work. Impact, we don't care, release. Assign to Nick, so much work.
I'm not going to get anything done.
Don't use Syscache.
Yeah, I've had similar issues.
Oh, yeah, and
that's what I
it's not
ended up
just-
doing.
It's not just about deleting a record set either. It's also about adding and
Yes.
anything to do with persistence, really.
Yes.
I really hope this isn't around the changes I made to the caching stuff.
Yeah. Well, it's not. I mean, it's in there. It's a core module. It's not just about having it enabled or not. I mean, if it's there, it's normal that people want to enable it.
I think it's alright to be enabled, I just...
Well, currently it's not because of this bug.
Yeah.
Okay, I will try to see, because this is a sample that we provide. I will try to see what the issue is. Maybe we need to change the sample.
Yeah, it's an old sample, but that's what we recommend for relationships. So.
Does it normally fail when it's... Is it to do with relationships between
Yes.
tables?
Yes.
Right, okay, so I added a caching thing to do with collections.
Mm-hmm.
So
True.
it may be that.
I don't know.
It's too recent. Maybe your stuff fixed
Yeah.
it. And there were also some bug fixes in the library that we updated. So
Yeah.
so we have to fix this. Okay. Next. Okay, let's. Yeah, fixed. Yep, fixed. Resolved. Future. It's already proposed for future version. Okay. Notification that no spam filter is configured displayed if no spam filtering for authenticated user.
Yeah, that's still a bug. I think it must have got reintroduced or something along those lines.
Yeah, but we changed the spam feature, so maybe.
Well, it was on... Yeah, maybe.
This is currently implemented by this guy. So active, assigned to him. Oh, it's not in the list. It should be done for 17x. Lucene Search Builder. Oh, okay. Okay. So he's opening it. He opened it today. Okay. Why did you create a bug for that? Okay, so maybe this is what I have to look into. And I have to check this one too because he's working with that. So I will check.
Jestem na spotkaniu Orcharda jeszcze.
You understood what I was doing. So active impact release 17x. Okay. So it's about time. Okay, we've done high content query API is confusing. Yes, it's always like this, but we'll add some new mistakes and do it again and again. That's how we work, and that's how we survive.
Just not the same ones.
Yeah, not the same ones, yes, because we don't see what works, and it's okay. But you know, the ultimate way of doing that is just, hey, here is give me a string, I will execute the SQL for you, and then you can do whatever you want. In the end, that's kind of what micro RMs try to do. They say, okay, we don't do anything, just give me the SQL and we give you some objects. That's it. We don't promise you much that what we can do. Okay, we lost half the audience already. So we'll continue the triage next week. So Benedict, you can open another bug. Please do triage and we'll close that.
Okay.
And next week can see some demos from Sipke and Nick. Okay, guys?
Promise.
In French, we say...
This sounds good.
Il faut vous sortir les doigts du cul. So, no problem. Go on. See you next week.
Au revoir.
Guys. Au revoir.
Try to translate that if you can, or ask someone competent. Bye bye.
Extract your fingers.
See you guys.
No, shh, it's recorded. You can say things like that in English, just in French.
Get off your ass.
No, get off your
Backside.
Yeah.
All right. Later, girls.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye.